All right. I got technical difficulties, but I'm trying to make it work. I think I'm streaming. Oh boy. Struggle, struggle. Kim's not here, and I'm trying to make this work. Well, I sort of got it working. Sorry, everybody. I'm having trouble here. Uh, I can see everybody here, but I can't see me. So I don't know. Can anybody see me? Gearhead, Mean Street, Patrick Sullivan, Lester LeSabre, Buddy Carfano, 38 Racing's here. Hey, good evening. Hey, you give me a thumbs up. I got to mess with this a little bit because I don't know what I did here. I don't know what I did here. Man, have I got this screwed up. I got it off you ever see this happen where you get something off the edge of the screen and you're trying to get it back on the screen and I can't grab a hold of it? And I don't know why. And Kim's not here. Oh, man. Oh, there, I grabbed that. Oh, I see how to do this. Ah, maybe see. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, partway. Well, I guess that'll do for now. Only took me 5 minutes to unmess it up. So how's everybody doing tonight? Uh, man, we worked a lot of the day today, and so my face is a little. I feel like I have to go wash my face. It's so greasy, which is unusual. Because I'm not usually that. I'm not usually this greasy by the time I come online. And then what happened was I don't know. Kim updated this thing, and she's not here. She's on her way here. She's late, which is typical for Thursday nights. And man, I got the whole thing off the edge of the screen. I couldn't get it back, but I got it back now. Hello, Mexican Spec, Barracuda, how you doing? Luis is here. Hey, how you doing? Uh, Let's Saber. Let's see what else in Vintage. Oh, Vintage said I got Bob Mills Furniture ad. Oh, you got ads already. Well, God, now I'm supposed to give you more points than Kim would give you. Um, I bet Kim's listening to us on the way here. She's in her van. Uh, man, I drove that or rode in it earlier today. It didn't have a lot of gas in it. I hope she's okay. Okay, so you're Luis. You're watching movies. Okay, so we don't do movies here. Uh, well, as you can see behind me, the Jeep's in here. Uh, Kim got a uh, bunch of electrical parts of the Jeep. What do you call them? Like sockets, whatever things to plug relays into, and that's what's in the box up on the hood of the Jeep. So I guess we're going to be working on that. Hey, Craig May from Down Under, how you doing? Uh, oh, you're still at work. What kind of work do you do? Uh, oh man, what is this? Mexican Spec says I used chemical stripper on the roof of my '63 Savoy. It worked well. Oh, like to take paint off? Oh man, you did that. You're committed now. Uh, Buddy Carfano, Car Wizard put video out today doing compressor in the same Jeep. I watched that. I just watched that like 2 hours ago. And yeah, his was that one he did in was a 2014. This is an '08. And I could see some little differences in them, but they're basically the same thing. But that one was rough, man. This one's much older car, but it's nowhere. Just a nice car. I mean, the interior's nice on it. It isn't all beat up. That one was kind of messy. But yeah, and in fact, I left a comment on that, kind of a long comment on that video. And let's see here. Mexican Spec says, yes, he's better today. On Tuesday, my head was spinning. Dr. Spec said, I had low blood pressure. I slept all night and was better yesterday. Well, good. That's very good. Vintage, I just decided to start sanding the gray spray paint. Looked bad to me. Lady agrees that it looks better. Stray Bullet, hey, how you doing? Luis says, Route 66? What about Route 66? Mexican Spec says, they're talking, you're talking about his car. And EFOG 3 is here. Vintage Buff, I wet sanded the entire scamp earlier today. Oh man, that's a lot of work too. Mexican Spec, the No Name Nationals getting close and you're still working on the Jeep. Well, the Jeep isn't going to No Name Nationals. Cars that are going to No Name Nationals, I think, will work. We went out and we finished up we finished up my the air conditioning on my car today, and man, we went out and drove it. We drove it around for a while. Nice and cool. It was 91 degrees outside, and it was like probably 70 inside the car. Kim said she was getting cold, so it's parked outside. We brought the Jeep in because we want to finish up the AC on the Jeep. And let's see what else is going on. Kim's Dart runs fine. We took it to the store. I don't remember what we did. We took it somewhere yesterday, the day before yesterday. Craig May, just done 20 years as a lock checker with dog. Oh, a lock checker. That's like what do we call that here? Security officer. But you got a canine. Well, that's pretty good. I think that's what you mean. Vintage, I never understood why they call it gold, but that's what they call it. One of the ex-girlfriends had a 72 Dart, the exact same color. It's kind of weird when they name colors the way they do. But that was back in 2013, like 12 years ago. What's that? It's back. I missed something 12 years ago. Probably what you were talking about there. But that's already scrolled by. Exactly, Buff. You should be making sure they are good to go. Man, spot on. Spot on, Craig May. Okay. I've done security work before. I did, like, kind of, it was nuclear security work, federal law, all that kind of stuff. It was an okay job. Got to work at around the nuclear industry for a while. And because the word beige is boring, yeah, they got to call it gold. You don't go out and hunt for beige. You go out and you hunt for gold. Patrick Sullivan here, Straight Bullet. Yep. So anyway, Kim's done a whole big long video on it, so I don't know how much he wants me talking about it, but we finally wrapped the project up, and we think it's wrapped up. But if any of you watched the Car Wizard with that Jeep, and he's talking about you got to replace everything. The compressor shelled out and put junk all through just everything through the system. Ours didn't have that problem. I think we had an electrical problem to begin with, and that was misdiagnosed as a bad compressor. I think it's just, I don't know. I didn't diagnose it. A guy in an air conditioning shop diagnosed it, so I think he misdiagnosed it. But anyway, it's got 190,000 miles on it, so we got a new compressor on it now. We've got the stuff to fix the electrical problems. I think that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm not sure. 38 Racing. It's like 45 days till No Name Nationals. So I have my work cut out for me if I'm going to get 3 cars there. How are you going to get 3 cars there? Bunch of tow bars, like a train going down the road. Let's see here. Man, a mouse just jumped up on the desk, saw me, and turned around and ran. Little brown, light brown and dark brown 2-color mouse. Wow. Jeez. I haven't seen that one before. Friggin' mice. I think they're cute little animals, but man, can they be destructive. Mexican Spec says, my 63 Savoy was an aqua color originally. One day I'd like to paint it that color again. I'm not sure that color was offered in the U.S. Hey, that car, that 63 Savoy, so it's a Mexican spec car. And 63 were they kilometers in Mexico? I guess you were kilometers in Mexico. It's Canada that swapped over somewhere around in the early 70s. Vintage says, figure I'll paint the car back to its factory color eventually. I'm tempted to paint it Y8 gold, poly gold, like my satellite though. And there's a lot of those beige and gold colors to choose from. Precious Roadrunner guys, I'd like to plug Only Dodge Garage. Only Dodge Garage. Who's only got it? I'll get it out yet. Only Dodge Garage. Maybe Mexican Spec will put that up. Is that a YouTube channel? I mean, that sounds like something we all ought to be watching. We can put up a link to that. Tow bar, toter, or trailer. See, I've seen them buy cars and tow. You know, like at an auction, and seem like two tow bars together. They got the best of the three cars, and then two that have got crashes and stuff, and they're towing them down the road in groups of three with tow bars going from one to the other. Stray bullet, you need to get rid of the mice, but they aren't good to have around. Yeah, I know. Well, we're out in the middle of the country. We're out in the middle of nowhere. It's a tin building. I start getting rid of them, and they're right back again. And I hate poisoning them. I don't know. I've got little traps set around here. We snap one once in a while. And then one of them got in my car, and I didn't know it. We were driving, it was before the AC was working, driving downtown. And it ran up, came up between my legs, front of the seat, jumped up on my shoulder, and shot out the window. Well, he thought that was his way out. And I looked in the mirror. I didn't know what it was for a second. I looked in the mirror, and I saw him in the street just running around. He's lost. He didn't know where he was. He ended up in front of the college or the university. Let's see here. What here? Not yet, because I don't get there. I hear somebody coming in the door. Maybe that's Kim.
Who is it?
It is Kim.
No. Somebody else.
Man, a little like light brown, dark brown mouse jumped right up, came here, looked into my face, and ran.
Was it on camera?
No, it missed the camera. It was too low.
Man.
Oh, he just took off. But we have those Mexican trains up here. Oh, Mexican stuff like that here in Mexico. It's scary stuff. Very stupid people. Kim's got one on one of her videos. They were when she was helping her friend move to Oregon. They're driving along, and there was one of those things, and she got it on video. So yeah, like a little train of cars.
Car hauling a car, calling a car.
Yeah, 38 Racing says we call those Mexican trains up here. I've seen 5 in a row. Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, Kim's here. So how are you feeling?
My neck hurts.
Man, I started late. I was 5 minutes late.
You were late?
You know what happened? I grabbed this and I moved it over because I want to see the icon, because the missing icon. I want to see where it was. And when I grabbed it again, it went boom, and it went off that way.
Then
I lost it, and I couldn't figure out how to get it back.
Well, it looks okay now.
I ended up rebooting the computer. That didn't get it back. So then what I did, I'll explain what I did. Oh, you're over here messing with all my settings. Okay, that's good.
No, I'm just bringing that.
I see. So what happened was,
hey, Patrick.
I grabbed a hold of this.
Just one-eyed cat, welcome.
I grabbed a hold of this, and I moved down, and it was under this. And okay.
You dropped it to the other screen.
And then I couldn't get a hold of it because it was up above. And I finally got it over here. It just took me 5 minutes to get through the mess.
Sorry, guys, I wasn't here yet.
That's
and
what I
got
said.
Confused.
I said, Kim's not here, and I don't know how to straighten this out. Sorry. But yeah, I was 5 after by the time I went live.
Well, that's not so bad.
In fact, I went live. It was still over here, and it was tucked up there, and I didn't know how to fix it. So I went live with it underneath there.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. Did you give out any points?
I didn't know how to give out points. Somebody had a commercial. Oh man, I'm sorry. I was trying to. I was struggling with trying to get the screens working and a mouse on my desk and trying to give away points. I don't know. Telling the story. I didn't know what you wanted me to tell about the car. I told them that we got it going. This is One-Eyed Cat's here. Hello. That we drove it
Hey,
around.
Lester.
We drove it around, and it was 91 degrees outside, and it was, which I didn't know that till later.
It was working good.
So it was, and Kim actually was getting cold inside. So I guess that's good. We drove it around a little bit. So, Vintage says, I had 2 commercials at once. Yeah, that happens.
You only get what points for once per commercial break?
Well, you got to tell what
and
the
you have to
commercial
tell
is,
us what
though.
the commercials were.
Dean Stevenson's here. Hey, good evening. And who else?
Louise, it's actually not red. It's more of an orange. The
color's just a little bit different on the
yeah,
screen.
your shirt's a little different too.
Yeah,
it's a little bit over.
A bright bronze color.
Yeah, it's more
a
of
Jeep
a
color red. No,
yeah.
it's like I'd call it bronze. Okay. So
Thursdays are tough for me. I have an obligation that doesn't end until 9. And it's one of those social sort of things where like you're sort of expected to hang out. And yeah. So it goes on and I have to drive from town. It's not a long drive, but the time slips away. So Thursday, that's kind of like an understood thing. Is that Thursday when I don't do that any other. We're always on time on Tuesday. We make sure we're getting ready in the studio an hour beforehand. And I was out here in the shop and I had the computer and everything set up.
I still screwed it up. Well, I moved this over a little bit and it went away. It's like, what? Why did that go over there?
It's good to see you in here tonight, Ray, by the way.
John
I was
wondering
here. How you've been, what you've been up to.
Seeing Vintage said
what made me think of Ray the other
Google shopping commercial, Bob Mills furniture commercial.
Oh, okay.
So John Wilburn
get 2 points.
John Wilburn's got some. Well, he put up a Roman numeral. Before I could read it, he messaged delete, retracted it. So much for that.
He will.
Oh, he's back.
XXXVII. 38?
88.
88? No. 38. Is our X's 10?
10s, yeah, you're right. 10. And then
5-3.
I'm glad we don't have Roman numerals on our speedometers. I'd always be speeding. This is One-Eyed Cat.
He's been working in the shop. Good, Ray. Good.
I've been cleaning up cleaning up a bubble car bath in the kitchen from the dishwasher. Dawn put car parts in the dishwasher with Dawn dish spray. Yeah, that's gonna make a lot of bubbles.
You're not supposed to put Dawn in there.
That's gonna make a lot of bubbles.
Oh man. He should know better.
Man, I found out something that works so good on my hands. I accidentally got dishwasher liquid on my hands. Man, it took all the grease and grime and everything off. It worked so well. 10-5-1. Okay, yeah, 10. So it's where'd that go? So it's 35, 38. Maybe is that 38 days now? Maybe that's what he's saying.
It has to be longer than that.
I don't think so. Oh. Crashes Road Runner Garage wants us to say something. Only Dodge Garage is a gal named Jamie who likes old Dodge trucks on YouTube. Okay, so I said it is. And Crashes brought that up. Wait, that's why I was scrolling back, Kim. I was trying to find that. If Mexican Spec could put a link up to Old Dodge Garage, and then it's probably interesting to all of us.
Tonight's task is
No, John Wilburn says no, not 38 days.
Maybe he was just saying hello to 38 Racing.
Oh, that's what he was saying.
This is I don't know. I'm guessing. This is see the green crusty that has grown on that.
You're too close. It's out of focus.
Well, when I get far enough away that you can focus, it doesn't really. Anyways, this relay is bad, and the place where it plugs into is bad along with it. So we bought a auxiliary thing, and I'm gonna pull the wires out of the back of the socket and replace it. But I got to pin this and make sure we're hooking it up properly. And that's what goes into there because I think this controls the fan. And then I think the AC and this is already ready to go. We'll have to check the pressures and maybe give it a little bit more freeze on.
Freeze on. And you know what they're mentioning on here
What did they mention?
tonight? That Car Wizard was doing AC on
I
cars
know.
just like
We
this.
saw
And
that.
they're just
I was
bringing
like,
it up.
hey,
Colby Queso, good evening.
he's jumping in on our game.
But it was
Everybody's always doing that.
I told him it was a newer Jeep than this. It was a 14,
Yeah.
so it was 6 years newer, and it was a lot worse condition than this one. It was beat up, smashed in the back end. Driver's side was all had damage on it, and it was kind of filthy inside. This one's a pretty nice Jeep.
Mhm.
And I left him a big old long comment that I don't know if anybody will read. So
Oh, Car Wizard?
yeah,
Okay.
because he was kind of saying they weren't very good cars. And I kind of agreed with him in a way. What I did was I said something to the effect that I really like this car, but if we'd had to pay a mechanic to do all this, it would have been totaled 2 times over.
Yeah, right. It would have been mechanically totaled when we got it.
Let's see, Mexican Spec, John Wilbur, well, close to 38 days. Tell Buff and Kim to work on their cars. They're getting, comfortable. Comfortable.
We have been
Mexican
working on
Spec says you got to get this Jeep done before No Name Nationals. I said, I don't care if the Jeep's done before No Name Nationals.
We're not taking the Jeep.
We're not taking the Jeep to No Name Nationals.
We're doing
yeah,
so good. We're getting the air conditioner going in cars.
Only Dodge Garage. Yeah, I mean, Kim's
only took us 3 years to get a car that we can take.
Kim drove her Dart, 2 days ago? We went somewhere. And I rode in it, and she's driving along, and she goes, this thing is getting so it feels so good to drive it now, because she did some other work to the front end. The caster was like -8 degrees or something. She got that all straightened out, so it's like 0 now. And she says it just drives so much nicer, and she feels like she could drive anywhere in it. And we just started up and went where we're going and came back. Now, there's a couple things you probably should do, but you could drive it to No Name Nationals without a parking brake. Okay, let's see what this does when I click on that. Oh, it comes up over here. Good. And is this me? Is this me, Kim? Is this my, I don't know, is this me logged in? I guess. I'm not sure. How do I
Yeah,
tell?
it's you.
Okay, so I just subbed to Only Dodge Garage. So now, when I get home, I'll have it on my YouTube. Okay, so thank you, Mexican Spec. I pulled that off right while I was here. Mexican Spec says, I didn't say to get the Jeep done. I said to get it out of there and work on your 2 cars. Well, we've had the other 2 cars in here so much. I'm tired of them being in here. I want them out of here. And both of them drive right now. I might bring it in. I might bring mine in to put the CB radio in it. I mean, that would be pretty cool. So we'll have CB radio on the way to No Name Nationals. But it's not an emergency. And I might put the LEDs in the turn signals up front, but I know you're not going to like that anyway. So I don't know. I could drive No Name Nationals the way it is. It would be just fine, I think. Buddy Carfana, it's a parking brake or emergency brake. Oh, what did I call it? A hand brake? What did I call it? Yeah, emergency brake. That's why people give me so much crap when I'm driving something that only has a single master cylinder. I go, if master cylinder starts to go, you're going to feel it sink at like at a stoplight, and you just jam on the brake hard, it usually comes right back. And if it doesn't, you put on the parking brake or the emergency brake. I mean, you don't have to have that. Both depending on the circumstances. Both depending on the circumstances. Both things I want to do. Kim has been out testing the timing adjustment that she's been making. The stray bullet.
I could probably put a little
38 says, all mine could go to no-name nationals the way they are. Shouldn't, though. Yeah, mine. Oh, I got one more thing to do on mine. I got to change that fuel line. But that's like a. I just got to do it.
Oh yeah.
That's like a 3-minute job. But it's like the air conditioning is going to be an hour job.
More than 3.
I guess it depends on how quickly I can unscrew one plant.
That's right.
Then it says I've driven my Pinto home 20 miles using the parking brake. It works perfectly fine. Oh, and those are nice because they got a handle right here. Cars with a handle in the middle, you pull up. A lot of times, those kind of cars, I just do it once in a while to make sure it works and I can stop the car with it. I remember doing that with my Pintos. I remember doing it with my Vegas. Both my Vegas, I pull the handle up to stop the car. Mine, the Fairmont's a pedal with a, what is it? A pedal with a release? Yeah, it's a pedal with a release, which is kind of clumsy for stopping the car, but you could do it. It's tougher to modulate it. Mixing spec in my '63 Fury, I'd have the single pop master and emergency brake cable disintegrated years ago. All the fun in the world. Yeah. Well, if you feel the master cylinder starting to go, like you'll pull up the stop sign, you'll feel the brake settle down like that, and you stomp on it hard and it gets it back. That seal is not spreading out nicely. Just fix it. Put a kit in it. I mean, the single master cylinders
Can't you just fix it?
aren't that bad. That's what I mean. Just fix a thing.
Can't you just...
Don't just keep driving it and wait till you have a complete failure.
Oh, well, where's the
and then you only have one that doesn't work. 38 racing, 3 cars and 2 drivers won't work yet. Let's expect. So I had a 83 free 3.8 automatic. Way back on the highway, I lost all brakes. I drove back using the e-brake on the highway. Got back to the mechanic's house. Of course, it was Sunday night. Yeah, that's when everything happens. No, you know when everything happens? On a Friday night, because it's going to be days before you can get the stuff.
Okay.
Oh, and you tapped on the brakes to put the brake light on. What are we doing here? I'm trying to get this around your arm. What am I doing with this?
I need to know.
There's a meter. What are we on here? We're on volts.
I need to know where continuity goes. Right now, there's continuity between this one here and this one here.
How do you know that?
Well, confirm it. This one out here, and this one in the center, and the other one.
I can't see the meter.
I can't.
No,
Sorry,
it's
guys.
just in a bad spot.
Hello, Dirt Road Landing.
Oh, Kim, I'm so shaky.
See it?
Yeah, you got power there.
Okay. That has nothing to do with the power. That's just continuity.
You got continuity, right?
And then now I've got to see where.
Well, you got voltage, so that's not on. Is that on ohms? Oh, it is on ohms.
Okay. And then I need you to tell me the center one is going to come into contact with something.
So now we need voltage. Or you're still doing continuity.
I need to know where the continuity goes to when I toggle.
Yeah, but you got power to it. I don't want to accidentally.
Well, don't touch it then. Accidentally. You gonna touch the center one?
Don't we want to put?
No, there's not going to be any power. Is there continuity there?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
That's it?
That's what I needed to know. This one's the common.
Oh, we are really tangled up here. Kim, what happened? I got.
You got it all.
We're already completely tangled. Why is it wires? Wires just tangle. You can have rope and it'll never do this, but a wire, it just
If you wanted it to tangle, it wouldn't.
It just turns into a mess. Okay. Okay, I'm not paying attention to the chat. Dirt Road Landing, says Buffsky and Kimsky.
Hello.
Vintage. Guys, I legitimately just asked the lady and I are going on our date. Wait a minute. I legitimately just asked if the lady and I are going on our date in my Impala or her Prius. It's a good thing she hates that red flag of a car. Yeah, we're going along in the dark yesterday. People wave to us, you know. Mean Street says, "What's up, Buff and Kim? How you doing tonight?"
We're doing okay.
Durwood says, "I have an idea for a shorts video. How about make a quick how-to? Use a voltmeter checking car batteries and what to look for volts. You know, you can look and you can have volts, but it doesn't mean the car battery's any good because you really need to load test it. Man, I don't have a way to load test it here. I don't have a good load test thing because a load test actually puts a load on it, shows the voltage drop." Vintage asked if she wanted to roll in style or in AC. Man, we were rolling in AC today.
In the Z sled.
In the Z sled. In a 47-year-old car with a whole lot of brand new parts.
Well, a whole lot of expensive parts.
A whole lot of expensive parts in the AC system. And it's just like, what's his name? The car wizard said, if we'd had to pay labor for all that stuff, we'd have $2,500 in it. Or thereabouts, you know. We got $750 in a lot of, and the labor we have is crazy because we half-assed it again and again and again until all the parts are replaced. We should have just done it all at once, but yeah. Vintage says, "I'm stealing that short idea." Well, good idea. 38, I'm looking for a nearby Mexican road for some testing of the S10. Oh yeah, that's what Tony does. He always says he goes to Mexico.
Always test in Mexico.
I'd rather get caught by the police in the U.S. than in Mexico.
Well, they don't even
I don't know, Mexican spec. The only police I know about in Mexico are right along, along the border. So the federal police, and they're carrying some hefty weapons, and they just don't look like guys I want to mess with. So I don't know what it's like when you have get stopped by a local police, like way down in Mexico where you are, because you're going too fast or roll through a stop sign or something.
Before they don't stop it. They don't bother.
Dean Stevenson, power corrupts. Electric power corrupts continually. Finish. I'll be going out local Mexico to perform an exhibition of speed against my buddy's G-Body Malibu. I was in court one time, and they had a guy in there that was ahead of me. Actually, I was there with somebody else. There was a guy that was ahead of us that was up there, and he read the ticket, and it said, "Oh, the ticket was for excessive acceleration causing the front wheels to leave the ground." That's what they read in court. I thought that was pretty good. That's a great ticket. Steve Stevenson, Bluetooth will fix it. Having less connection rules. Tony has the speed lab for testing now. Steve Stevenson says Tesla was right. AC. Tesla was like the king of AC. He's got a car named after him that runs on DC. I just thought of that. Stray bullets out near the edge of town on the wrong side of the track. Okay, Kim, you got I don't know what's going on. That's a frameable ticket. Yeah, that's a frameable ticket. Yeah, I hope he didn't leave it with the court clerk. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how it was worded. Excessive acceleration causing the front wheels to leave the ground.
That's pretty good.
Vintage says, I almost got a $310 ticket for doing a donut in Main Street back in 2017. It was in my Impala of all cars. The worst ticket I got was for 105 and a 65 zone in California in 1972. Cop just wrote the ticket. I went to court, and the judge put me in jail for 5 days. Great way to start off.
5 days in jail.
First ticket I ever got. I got thrown in jail.
That's rough. I've really been being stupid.
I did it in a 63 Plymouth Fury. And the guy next to me, there was a guy next to me, of course. He was in a 68 Ford Torino, the big fastback ones. And like I would speed up, we weren't really racing. I just speed up, he'd speed up, I'd speed up, he'd speed up. I had 2 guys with me, and one of them goes, "Hey, there's a car catching up to us." Man, I looked up in the mirror. I'm going 105 miles an hour, and there's a car coming up on me so fast. That's like, whoa. And it was a big old 72 Dodge Polara, California Highway Patrol car. And he was flying. I talked to that guy a couple of years later. He goes, "Oh, yeah, I remember that ticket." He goes, "I'll never forget that ticket." I said, "How fast were you going?" He goes, "I think we were going about 135. So the cop had to go 135 to catch us. Don. Now, who is this? Don. Man, are you the Central California Don or are you the Idaho Don? I think you're the Central California Don. Yeah, stop. Spin tires on that. Yeah, stop. That stands for spin tires on pavement. We used to say, I had a friend named Bill. Well, he's gone now, but he used to say it meant skid the opposite post. Let's see. Very cool. The last speeding ticket I got was for 70 miles an hour in 1982. 70 in what zone? Next inspect in Town Buff, there are transit cops. The problem is they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Oh, I see. Stray Bullet says, jail, that was a bit excessive. Yeah, it was 105 in a 65 zone, so it was 40 over. And, man, it was my first ticket, first time in traffic court, and I was the first guy called up there. And the judge said, guilty or not guilty? And I said, guilty. So it's like, what am I going to say? Not guilty. And then he's going to say, what's your story? I'm going to go, I was only going 95, you know. So I just decided I just admit it. Guilty. And he goes like this. He takes his gavel and he goes, 5 days in the county jail. Take him out of here. Next case. Whack, like that. And the bailiff grabs my arms and takes me out there and puts me in a car and drives me to jail. It's like, whoops. Okay, you got 70 in a 60 zone. Yeah, it's 10 over. That's, back in the day, that wasn't good. Now people go, they're crazy. I go through Nashville, they're going 85, 90 miles an hour routinely, everybody, except me. I'm the slowpoke out there, and I think I'm kind of an aggressive driver, but not by today's standards. Today's standards, it's 55 on the interstate going through Nashville, and the cars are running 80, 85, 90, pretty much routine, and tailgating and changing lanes like idiots. It's out of control as far as I'm concerned. Vintage says, in my satellite, it's not hard to spin the tires taking off from a stop sign. Mean Street says, I had planned on going to Indianapolis this weekend to buy some parts for my 440, but I can't get the loan until the 14th. I was hoping to meet up with Cope and Dougster while I was there, too. Oh, man, you know what? There's this place in town, and we drove by. It has the Chicago hot dogs. So we stopped there in Kim's car, and we ended up getting Chicago burgers. But I think the hot dogs are better. Burgers, there's a lot of meat in those burgers. There's almost too much. 135. I would have just kept going with that head of steam. No, I was going 105. The cop was going 135. And he told me that years later when I knew who he was and I asked him, and he goes, oh, yeah, I remember. Louis says 88 miles an hour. Yeah, that would be from a movie. Was the food decent in jail? Oh man, we'd get this soup, and it just had like, I was 18 years old, and I looked at it, and I call it like mouse. It looked like they cut up a mouse. It was horrible. I don't know. What I remember was we got rubber cups that had powdered milk mixed up in it, and I was so thirsty all the time because we didn't get enough to drink, and that that powdered milk was actually, I hated powdered milk, but I liked it in jail, and then later I started drinking it. So that's what jail did to me. It converted me to a powdered milk drinker. Mexican spec through Utah, the limit is 80, and people are going 100 and 105. Give them an inch. Yeah. Well, see, in Arizona, it's 75, but 10 over is not a traffic ticket. It's a misdemeanor. It's a crime. So, you got to be careful with that. Vintage says, I drive 82 everywhere on the interstate. That's as fast as the ambulance will go. 38 Racing. I never fought the tickets I was written. Just think about that. I should have got. The only time I went to court on a ticket was that one because it was a mandatory court appearance. The other ones that I had, they were like 5 over or 10 over. I just pay them. Mexican, oh, buy the worst food in bulk bologna sandwiches. You know what they used to do in the jail where I was, but I never got any. If somebody hit a deer out on the road, one of the sheriff's deputies would pick it up and bring it in, and they'd everybody get venison until that deer was gone. People in jail got it. It's free. I remember the '76 Cadillac ambulance my buddy and I looked at. It had a clock-like gauge on the transmission tunnel marked. It marked the top speed on that run. Really, very good. It doesn't sound like the cops do much about speeding. I think they're all young cops that learned to drive in the last few years, and they just they just they don't know any better. Or there's just so many people speeding they can't catch them. 38 Racing. It's bad when the trooper knows who you were back. Yeah, yeah. He didn't forget that one. He says, "Yeah, I never forget that ticket." Okay, I'm missing some chats. I'm sorry because it's scrolling by kind of quick. Hey, Pit's here. Pit Snipe. Hey, how you doing?
Welcome in.
I'm sorry I skipped a bunch of chats because they're just going by so fast.
Who else is streaming tonight? Are we up against Scott Bale again?
I don't know. Up against Scott Bale. I don't know. Stray Bullet says that's why they call them correctional facilities, I guess. Mean Street. I've gotten one speeding ticket, 75 and a 55. Yeah, 40 over. That's a bunch. I don't know what they do to you where you are. Most of the ones I got after that were 5 over and 10 over. I got one for running a red light. Man, you know what it was. Light turned yellow, young and stupid. Light turned yellow and I gunned it. I was in my Cougar. You've all seen my Cougar. So I gunned it, and it turned red just as I went through. And the cars who were sitting at the red light that just turned green, one of them was a cop. It's like, oh, I saw him as I flew through the intersection. And he wrote me a ticket for it. Of course. 38 says Pit Snipe, ready for summer to come back. What happened? It cooled off up there? It cooled off here like, 2 days? It was down like not quite 80, but we're back. It's 90, 91 today. It was hot today. But yeah, 91 isn't that bad.
Hot enough to test the air conditioning real good.
Finch says, I ran a red light yesterday chasing after a Prius. I was so glad there wasn't a cop there. Yeah, you don't need any tickets, man. You're a professional driver. That was with Schaefer Ambulance in California. You could see the cars sometimes on Chips and other shows. They were a famous company. Yep. Got me a new Beaver Swamp Cooler 38. If I keep it right in my back pocket, it's wonderful. 38 Racing, please indulge us, Pit. Bud Carfano got a ticket for window tint. Yeah, that was, man, that car that I got, that Zephyr, the first thing I did was, I was complaining about it was so dark in the daytime. I could barely see out the back window with through the rearview mirror in the daytime, and it was extremely dark, and I don't like that. And at nighttime, it's just might as well have painted the window. So Kim pulled that off. The two little side windows in the back still have it on there. I'm gonna pull that off, but it's not a priority. Mean Street says I've got one speeding ticket, 75 and a 55. The highway patrol swung his car around so fast I knew I was screwed. Man, the guy I was working for up in Ohio, he got stopped in his Corvette for going fast on an interstate. And the cop turned around, went through the center divider, and came after him. And he, when the cop came up there, put his hands on the car door with the window rolled down, and he says, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And John looks at him. He goes, "I don't think that's important. The only thing important here is whether you know how fast I was going." He said that cop just like slammed his gloves down on the door and that really upset him. Okay, let's see. I got to scroll back because I'm seeing stuff here. It's going pretty quick. Oh, Don says no front plate tickets. Oh, you know what? Here there are no front plates. Uh, that's an Ohio thing, or was. I don't know if they have front plates anymore. But Pennsylvania only has single plate. So you go into Ohio and they see you, they did stop you, and then they see you Pennsylvania registration. They'll reluctantly let you go. But Mexican Spec says, I got many speeding tickets in many states at 90. I stopped going 90 and didn't get any more tickets, 85 or 100. I was fine. Well, you used to have an ambulance or whatever it was. You go on 100 in an ambulance, they probably just let you go. Yeah, Mexican Spec in Mexico. Are you single plate or are you supposed to have double plates? I don't know. I know you also have a sticker that has a license plate number in the back window. Mark Sauvé. Good evening, Kim and Buff. Good evening. Good. Okay, so 93 Dakota, 3.9 MFI. Did the Plenium fix, new injectors, all new sensors. The cat was plugged, so I ditched it. Damn thing won't stop popping back through the intake. Ooh. You got a burned exhaust, or you got a flat cam on the exhaust. I've had that happen. I mean, that's a bad thing, but I don't know. You want to read that, Kim? This is scrolling by so fast. I can't keep up with it. Okay.
93 Dakota 3.9. Fix a plenum, new injectors. Won't stop popping back through the. So, what's your timing set at? Because if it's popping back through the intake.
Oh, Mark Sauvé, you're in Quebec. Oh, I didn't know that. No front plates in Quebec.
Did someone mess with the timing on it? I don't know why it would pop back through the intake. Did somebody put the valve not opening?
Oh, wait, Don says, neither of my California cars have front plates. That way since 04. That just you since 04, or California is now a single plate state?
Not risking up the mixture. Compensate. I'm concerned you have damage from it being lean prior because you had a vacuum leak. I'm worried you have a burned valve. But it would always pop. It wouldn't sometimes pop. It would always pop.
Mark Sauvé, yes, sir. I live on the dark side. You're in Quebec. Man, I've never been to Quebec. I've been to Ontario. That's the only province on the east. east side of Canada, eastern Canada. I've been in the western province. Let's see here. Don says California requires front plates. Okay, they did when I was there as well. I didn't know if maybe it's changed. Like in Ohio, they've changed it now. Ohio, man, the cops like swoop in on you because you only had one plate, and now they've changed it. That's all you need is one plate. Such a big deal, and now it's not a big deal at all. Pitts is also when we put on headers, we advance timing, but this one's timing is set. You simply index the Hall sensor at 147 degrees.
Okay.
California requires both plates. Oregon goes one step further and gives you tags front and back. Oh, the tags, the little stickers, you mean? Here, tags means the license plate. Out in the West, tags means a little sticker. Just drive you nuts, you know. Oh, how did the intake come out after the dishwasher? Crash is rolling our garage. Good night. See you next time. Good night, Crash. This one-eyed cat. He had to go to bed. Don't use Dawn dish spray in the dishwasher. That's right. It becomes a foaming mess. Ask me how I know, because when I was a kid, I put dishwasher liquid in the dishwasher, and it had a huge mess. All the floor, everywhere. It was huge. Yeah, and I was a kid, and I got in trouble. I got yelled at. Pitt says, that's what I thought. Stray my old recollection removing cats. TBI Chevy stuff. Oh, I got to turn my phone down. I had my phone turned up because Kim was out running around, and we leave our phones turned up when we're out running around. In case somebody has trouble, we can go get each other. But now I don't need this turned up. I'm going to turn the sound down. Somebody car found said he had vanity plates that said Buddy. Got stolen off the car. Don, I've never been pulled over. Maybe my veteran rear license plate friend gets a free pass.
That will give you that'll go a long way for you.
Well, and Don, I know Don, and he's what, 75 years old. He's probably I think they mess with older people less than the younger people. That's just my opinion. Although one day I'll probably be proven wrong. That's what Carl used to tell me. That's why you don't get stopped anymore, because you look like an old guy and they just don't mess with you. If you look like a young person, they just assume you're screwing up. And an old guy looks like me, they're not going to search my car for drugs. They're not going to have any additional arrests. They're just like, yeah, he's not worth messing with. They want trouble, and they're looking for trouble. Are the stray bullet says, are all of the injectors firing, Pitt? D-Man, hello, Buff. Let's say hi to Kim for me. Hey, yeah, Kim. D-Man.
Hey, D-Man. Welcome to the stream.
Okay, so, Pitt, I am going to tell you something that I had one time. I had an engine with a flat cam on one of the exhaust valves, so it wouldn't let the exhaust out. So if you start stepping on the gas, it'd pop through the intake right away, because that exhaust, you bring the intake charge in, it would burn, and then when the intake valve opens, button back, it comes out, because it wouldn't go out.
No pressure in that
cylinder. It wouldn't go out the exhaust. So pull a valve cover off and start looking to see if all the rockers are going. What kind of engine is that? Kim, is that that engine? Is that a push rod engine?
Yeah.
It's a push rod engine. Okay. Oh, Don, you're 78.
It's like that way over there, but different. It's a hydraulic cam.
See, in here in the shop, I'm up much closer to a big screen, and I can see your avatar now. The other night when we were on Tuesday night, we're in the house in our studio, and it's a little further away, and I couldn't tell if it was you or your brother. So, when I was showing that Volkswagen bus on the screen, that's the car you learned to drive in. Man, D-Man, Buff the Kingpin. Kingpin? Sorry, missed that one. I think all the injectors are firing. Pit, pull one plug wire at a time and ground it. The one that stops the backfire is the cylinder. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
That'll help you narrow it down.
Well, vintage, either that or they think you carjacked an old man out of his old ride. Pit, it runs like a dream at idle, winds up like a beast, but sometimes coming off idle, the pop back. Hmm. Yeah, when you got it stuck exhaust valve or yeah, an exhaust valve that's not opening because of a flat cam, it'll pop. The faster you turn that engine, the more it pops. Don says, "Yep, that Volkswagen was the first car he drove." See, I remember I was a kid. You were 16, and we went out to Morro Bay for there was a skating rink out there, roller skating rink, and we went out there for somebody's birthday party, and we all piled in that Volkswagen bus. And you were 16, and I don't know if you were on a permit or just got your license, but you drove us. You drove us out there in that bus, and I remember that. And you were like a new driver. It says the last sensor that I got to replace is the intake air pressure sensor. Mexican Spec says, how do you go from learning on a VW bus to a real car? The change is dramatic. You know what car he bought? He bought a 62 Corvair that had a manual transmission in it. And I remember his brother, Gary, was out there, and Gary and I were kids, and we were doing something. And Don got in his Corvair. He was doing something, had the air cleaners off it. And he drove up the street and drove around, comes back, and he comes roaring up into the driveway. And Gary says to him, I didn't know you could drive without the carburetors. And Don's going, those aren't the carburetors, those are the air cleaners. Oh, man. And that was a really clean old Corvair. I mean, well, at the time, that car was probably 4 or 5 years old. It's 62 Corvair. It says a hanger, but got to think on that one. Oh, 38 says I've seen a broken valve spring do that sort of thing. Broken valve springs usually make a lot of noise, though, don't they? Man, I remember having a broken valve spring one time. It was making horrible clatter. Don says burnt exhaust valves look like tulips. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, burnt exhaust valve. Well, a burned intake valve would poop up through the intake, but it'd do it all the time, I would think. Mm-hmm. Very good. If you go live in another state and take your car with you, I suppose you get a new registration, new plates for that state. That is correct. And what happens eventually is, oh, Don says in 60, oh, is a 64 Corvair? What made me think it was a 62? Or it was in 1964 and it was a 62. I don't know which it is. Footy Carfano, when you put up short for blowout, I was thinking tire, not AC line. Oh my God. That was like, I was sitting in the driver's seat looking at the thermometer, and I'm running the RPM up a little bit with my foot. So it's probably turning 1,200, 1,300 RPM, something like that. And we're just getting it full, and it goes, oh, tremendous pow, and all of a sudden I'm in a cloud. And then the car started running like crap. And I just see Kim disappear out the shop. She ran from it. And then I shut the car off.
I didn't know what that was.
And then I shut the car off. And I think the reason it was running so bad is because all it was sucking down the carburetor was refrigerant, no more oxygen. Man.
I didn't know it blew up, and I didn't know it was going to go again.
Oh, Don says I put headers on it. I didn't know that. And I remember that Corvair. That was a great car. And then when you sold it, isn't that when you bought like the very first of the German Mercury Capri that I saw. In fact, that you took me for a ride in it. In fact, your dad got kind of mad at me because I said, "Oh, this is." I said something and I meant one thing, but it was taken completely differently. I started to say, I said, "Oh, this is kind of like a Mustang," and your dad goes, "That's nothing like a. This is nothing like a Mustang." But what I was leading on to, the rest of what I was gonna say, is this is kind of like a Mustang. In Europe, they took running gear that's for a small sedan, and they made a little like a 4-seat sports car, and that's where I was taking the conversation. But he stopped me before I got that far, so I just shut up. He was one of those guys you had so much respect for. You never wanted to argue with him. Let's see. Next respect, my friend from high school that gave me the wheels that are on my Savoy now crashed his grandfather's car, Dodge Coronet. He was given. His parents bought him a Corvair as punishment. Corvair automatic. I've driven Corvair automatics. They're okay. 3 year racing belt. Not always. They will rotate and climb back on itself. Sometimes it has tension, sometimes not. Okay, I see. I remember one that I had broken. It was an AMC 6-cylinder, and man, was that thing making noise. Yeah, Don Capri. I remember that car real well. D-Man 216 Corvair was air cooled. It was air cooled. It was a similar arrangement to like a Volkswagen Beetle engine, but it was 6-cylinder opposed instead of 4, and it had a fan belt that went up around 2 pulleys and it went forward. It had a fan that blew air down over the top of the engine. It's kind of weird that the fan belt actually had a twist around and then a twist back. It worked really well. It just looked kind of funny. Yeah, man, yeah, unsafe at any speed. Ralph Nader, I remember that. Yeah, except if you knew how to drive a car, it was okay. If you drove it like a big car that plowed, cars that didn't steer nicely, and you drove it like that, yeah, the back end would get away from you. Mohawk, my dad used to drag race Corvair Monzas with turbos back in the mid '60s. Yeah, they had that engine, that stock turbo was 180 horsepower, and that was a little hot rod. It was pretty cool. D-Man, oil cooled probably. Well, that's what an air cooled engine is. An air cooled engine is oil cooled and fuel cooled, and that's what I always say. It's fuel cooled, and that's why it's like an airplane engine doesn't get the fuel economy that a liquid cooled engine can because you can't lean it. 38 racing Corvair automatics are great with the 4.3. Are you running that with a Corvair automatic? It's got a 4.3 V6 Chevy in a Corvair. Man, that's a car I want you to bring to No Name Nationals. I want to see that thing. D-Man, yeah, like a Porsche, exactly, like a Porsche.
Are there any more of those
or
relays?
Porsche. A what?
Any more of those relays?
Relays. I don't know. Where'd you put them? Cuda in America. Did you get early '70s Ford Capris, or were they all Mercury Capris? They were the Mercury Capri was the one that was the German Capri, and then later they used the Capri name on a Mercury version of the Mustang, the box body Mustang.
Could you look around and see if it's here? I need it. Can't do it.
What is this one? This is not the same one?
No, the little one like that was on the car. Like the
I didn't know what you were looking for.
I'm supposed to have 4 total. I've only got 3. 2 are in the car.
Oh, I thought they were in a box or in the. I don't know where they are. They could be up here.
I don't know where they got.
One of them got dropped somewhere. So now I'm not reading the chat. I'm looking for. Although I looked at the chat, and Kim works hard. Yeah, you're right. when we don't have this chat going, I'm up there working too. And I know everybody thinks I just sit here, but I do work
His
sometimes.
job's to do the chat when we're doing a live. That's your job.
But I
He's
do.
very self-conscious about.
Oh, when I'm not doing chat, it's like Kim starts taking over my work, and I go, no, everybody thinks I'm just doing nothing. And I ask her to let me finish my job, and sometimes I ask for her help because it's a two-person job. But yeah, Kim works pretty hard. I don't see it, Kim. I've looked all through this stuff.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I guess I'm gonna go dig one off of one of these other vehicles.
Okay, so you need an original. You don't have enough originals.
Yeah, I don't have enough. I don't know where the third one went. I'm gonna see. One of these cars had one.
All right. Okay, let's see here. The problem with Corvairs was that they were specialty cars sold to mass market. Well, I mean, the problem was if you go flying into a corner, the first gen had swing axles, and you could flip the thing over, but it was nowhere near as bad as a Volkswagen Beetle, and I mean those things would flip over in a second, and I don't know. Ralph Nader just had a thing for Corvairs. I don't know. I mean, I just about flipped a Volkswagen Beetle one time, scared the crap out of me. And and then the second gen Corvair had independent suspension. It was more like a Corvette. It was really nice, but damage was done. Tavo's here. Hey, you got the Australian Capri, like a front drive Miata kind of thing. Oh, that Capri. I forgot all about that Capri. Yeah, there was the Australian Capri too. There was a little two-seater. Yeah, that thing, they didn't sell a lot of those here, but they were here. They sure were. Man, I never drove one of those. Ex Expectos, unfortunately, yes. We stopped to get that Chicago hot dog, yesterday, I guess, and there's a car lot right there. And on that car lot, while we're getting our burgers, I'm looking. There's an Australian, GTO Monaro sitting there for sale, a bright yellow one. And I'm thinking, oh man, I like that. But they're 21. They're 20 years old now. That was 21 years old. It's like, man, uh, what a nice car though. So we did get some good Australian cars up here. Exit says yes, the Beetle can correct. So the roof was rounded. Well, the one I bought flipped over came out of a body shop and it had been a rollover and they fixed it. And I took it out and drove it and I took an exit from the interstate or from a freeway, and that thing, I felt it start to go, and I went the other way, and it plopped it right back down, and I thought, ooh, I almost rolled it, and it was a car that was just out. We were doing a wheel alignment after it came out of the body shop. Customer didn't have it back yet. Man, Beetle didn't have 100 horsepower, I guess. The Corvairs, I think the ones with the was there single car, maybe just dual carbs? They were like 80 horsepower, and then there was a 110 horsepower one, and then 140, and then a 180 horse. 180 horse. There weren't many of those. That was a turbocharged one. It says the Dakota would be really nice with a 350 Chevy and an Edelbrock. Is there enough room under there? Yeah, I guess there is. Yeah, that's a four-cylinder. There's enough room for a V8, I guess. Man, my friend had a Mercury Turbo 4 Capri. Which one? They had, the German one, the Australian one, or the Fox body one. Because Ralph Nader didn't look like a fun guy. He made a name for himself. He made a lot of money selling that book, I guess. Beatles were absolute toys. I really like the Beetle chassis with the Myers Banks dune buggy uh, body on them. I love those things, but they're not an appropriate car for the street in a lot of places. But if you're in a place where the weather's good, like Arizona, people just drive them around there. They're nice. They still use them. Oh, that Aussie Capri was a sports car body on a Mazda 323 platform. Is that what that was? I didn't really know what that was. Well, the Beetle wanted to be on its roof then, but yeah. I got a rolled over '07 LS something behind the shop. Ah,
Who's down there?
Pitt Snipe. The Dakota came with a 318 V8 from the factory, yeah, so there's enough room. Yeah, just put a 318 in it. Put a 360 in it. That'll bolt in. Uh, well, if a 318 came in it from the factory, you should be able to bolt a 360 in it. Tuning a 140 horse Corvair is like setting the carbs on a motorcycle. Well, I remember they had the 140 horse had 4 carburetors, right? It had that big spider-like manifold with an air cleaner in the middle. I think. Yeah, I'm trying to refresh my memory here a bit.
Do you have your keys to this?
Yes, right here.
Oh, good.
Johnny C, hey, how you doing? I was gonna buy a black GTO, but they wanted $10,000 above invoice, so I ordered my '05 Mustang. They were nice cars. You know, I was watching the prices come down on used GTOs. I wanted one, and it's like, yeah, they're almost there. And man, all of a sudden the prices just shot up. You know, they were, they were, they, just became like a collector car. You know, hey Kim, we got a super chat. I gotta get my. She took my battery, so I gotta put it back.
Who gave us super chat? Super chat. Super. Patrick Sullivan.
Patrick Sullivan. He says light him up. I'm trying to light him up, but I don't have my. There now, it's lit up. T-Man 2296 cc 2.3 liter air cooled flat 6 engine. Oh, he's got all these engines listed. Flat 6, 64 transmission, 3-speed manual, 4-speed manual. 3-speed manual. You get a 3-speed manual on a Corvair? Or 2-speed? Yeah, the 2-speed automatics, I've driven them. They had a little lever on the dash like this. Just pointing out to Buff, there's room for a V8. It was made that way.
Thank you, Patrick Sullivan.
V8, yep. That's the one, Buff. Louise, well, I'm going to bed now. Good night. Okay, thanks for being here, Louise. Have a good night.
Flashy lights.
Mexican Spec says, I didn't see the allure to the round GTO. I did. It didn't. I mean, it was the wrong name for the car, but I was glad Pontiac had it. I'm glad they brought the Monaro in to the U.S. at least for a little while because I really like those cars. And so I don't know if GTO is the right name for it, but at least we got the Monaro up here for a while and a Corvette engine in it. You know, that's
I didn't
a
have
fun
no
car.
energy. I wish I had real energy. That would have been
Barracuda's
cool.
going round GTO. Yeah, Barracuda, like 03, 04, 05, that time frame, they brought the Monaro, you know, the two-door Monaro, you know what they were, and they put like a front end looked kind of like a Pontiac. The rubber bumper looked a little different. It had Pontiac steering wheel on it, and they put the GTO name on it, and they brought it into the U.S. for like 3 years or maybe 4 years. And man, what a nice car that was. It didn't look anything like a GTO, but that's what they called it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Mohawk says he's got to get going too. Have a great night. Take care. D-Man says, Kim's neck feeling any better today?
No, it hurts a lot.
Oh, it does.
But thank you.
Straight bullet, is the entire Studebaker up there just front end?
Most of it.
You look at it, you go, man, there could be a whole car hanging from the ceiling. No, it's just the front. It's just the front panel. The whole car is. There's like a lean-to shop next door to this. Most of the cars in there, the door, it's all disassembled. It's a body sitting on a frame right now with a 6-cylinder engine on it.
What did I do? The car won't start now.
But you move. What happened? You're trying to start the car? Did you hook the battery back up? That car on a round GTO looked like a Grand Prix.
Brought it in here.
Okay, I gotta go help Kim for a minute, so you're gonna have to chat amongst yourselves. Turn the key. Turn the headlights on. Turn the key while the headlights on. Turn the headlights off. Is it in park?
Yeah.
Did you put on the brake? Something up here is making a buzzing noise when you turn the key. Maybe it's something in this box. Something disconnected in the box.
I don't know. I'll look
Okay, hang on. Let me do one more thing. Let me grab a test light. I don't think this is going to make any difference, but it may. Okay, turn the key. Doesn't appear there's any voltage drop when you turn the key, so I don't think anything is happening there.
know what I did.
Something changed.
Something changed.
You got lots of power because the lights are bright. Something's pissed. What's under here? Or that's something that doesn't. Okay, so I was gonna just look around here and see if we got something that's undone in here. Like, is there a wire under? See, all that stuff goes right under there. That's where the power goes.
But it was working.
I know you drove it in here, but then. Okay, let's switch positions. Let's switch positions. Kim, switch positions. I want you to hear what's going on up here.
Sorry, everybody. Something's broken.
Well, this is what you're going to do. When I turn the key, listen up here. Some things are making noise that I've never heard before. And maybe you'll recognize what it was because you're up there working. You hear that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Anything? Okay. I wiggled too many wires.
Why is it when you fix something, something else always goes wrong? Is this what you were looking for?
I think the part that.
What about this one? There's another one.
No.
Okay, well, you asked me to look for relays, and I'm seeing relays. I'm seeing relays sitting there. Mexican spec says BRB tow time. Well, this is adding the hood nostrils actually helped though. The other ones were way too generic. Okay, I don't know what. Oh, that's the probably still talking about the GTO maybe. Let me scroll back up here. Well, I didn't think they were ugly, but I just think they basically slapped GTO badging on a G6 when I saw them. Well, it wasn't really a G6. It was a Monaro.
It does look like a G6. I drove past it again tonight. I looked. I was looking.
Yeah, but a G6 is a smaller car.
I know but they use the front end, so it looks.
Yeah, it was like that was Pontiac's nose piece then. But yeah, a G6 is a much smaller car. Um, let's see.
That's how they.
I'm looking down here. Oh. Steve saying, hey, it's time for our de facto administrator team to administrate. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? What did I miss? Dean saw something go wrong. Oh, because Mexican Spec's getting dosed up. Yeah, he's got some prescription he's got to take.
Oh, he was sick.
D-Man says G6 was the big V6. G6 was what had been the Grand Am. I remember looking at a G6 when they first came out, and the salesman was even calling it a Grand Am because he knew he couldn't sell G6s because Grand Ams was the car they sold the most of, and they changed the name to G6. Nobody knew what it was. But yeah, Buff, it looked like one if you weren't expecting anything else to be interesting. Yeah, and the G8 was another Australian car that was the God, what was that thing called? Somebody's going to get points. What was the G8 was an Australian. It was a four-door. I like the G8 too, but I really like the GTO. Tim, gonna call it a night. It was 99 today and hard to get much done outside later. Okay, Tim, have a good night.
It's understandable. It sure was.
Steve Stevenson, all ready for Cromwell's new international airport? What is that? Yeah, oh, it's a Commodore. I think it is. The G8 was a Commodore, and it also had a Corvette engine in it, and that was a pretty nice car. Johnny C, they wanted to give a great deal on a 04 Mach 1. It was still in stock when I ordered my 05. Looking back, I should have gone for it. They seem to be really gaining value now. Oh man, there's so many I should have cars. D-Man says America G6 3.5. Oh my God, G6 3.5 L LX9 V. Man, I don't know what all these numbers are. I am lost. I have no idea what all those numbers are. It says the computer can only unleash what the machines did. Okay, they're talking about whether the computers, fixing the computers, really tuning the car, and computers doing all the work instead of mechanic or whatever. Dr. O, G8 has a vet motor in it. I know someone who has a rare orange one. Yeah, and some a-hole cop in Maryland said that they didn't have enough reflectivity in the taillight lens. So he started writing tickets to everybody with G8. And the courts upheld it. And the people who got the tickets said, well, it's approved by the US DOT. But Maryland law said they had to have more reflectivity in the taillights. Well, what they did on the G8 was they put additional reflectors down in the bumper. Big, long, wide reflectors. Well, the way the law was written in Maryland, it said it had to be part of the taillight lens. And then the courts upheld it, and they said, just people going, what do we do with these cars? We didn't modify them. They said, move out of state. That's what they told her to do. Move out of state. Sell the car out of state. Get rid of it. Can't drive it here. I couldn't believe it because they had plenty of reflectivity. It just wasn't part of the lens itself. Stupid one cop, and then the court system there. That's all. You can look that up. Dean Stevenson, nope, but it's a little bit of mixed information. hammering on something. My dad's favorite car he had when he was younger was a '67 GTO, 389 tri-power 4-speed. I believe it was burgundy with a black vinyl top. Man, I wish I had pictures of all the cars back then. I had like one or two that I showed the other night, and that's like all of my house. Tavo from GMH, which is Holden exec, the GTO, G8, and later Chevy SS Austin cars were not meant to succeed, not promoted, because they were only imported as trade balance obligation, and they were better than local cars. Man, did I ever like them. Dean Stevenson says the coupe, Buffalo Campo, coupe, coup or coupe. Mexican Spec says a million cars have separate reflectors. Oh yeah, now I don't know. One cop in Maryland just destroyed that. So when I was there, what was that? That was like in 2019, 2020, somewhere in there. But he went out and wrote tickets to every G8 he could find. They should have fired that guy. What a jerk.
Stop looking to mess with people.
Just out trying to ruin people's lives. That's what police are supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. Their whole purpose, isn't it? You jerk. Let's see who we can jerk off today.
Mexican Spec says federal law trumps state law. Somebody should have fought it. Well, not really. I mean, federal law, it wasn't really federal law. It's the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Those aren't laws. Those are rules. You know.
Yeah, states can make stricter rules.
Yeah, and states can make stricter rules than the federal government provides for. In fact, the federal government doesn't provide laws for a whole lot of things. I don't think federal law even has laws against, like, I don't know, do they have, like, burglary and theft and all that? Those are all state and local laws. I don't know. I suppose you steal something from the post office, there's probably a federal law. They just didn't like getting outrun by a G8. Yeah, a G8 probably could run away. Pitt says Gesundheit. Expect. Is it core or corpse? Oh yeah, Obama, he go with corpse. The Marine Corps. What is that? A dead Marine? I'm sure the cop thought he was protecting the public. I mean, a car needs a strong reflector, right? People will die. Here's the problem. There's cars where people put these almost black covers on their taillights. Completely destroys the reflectivity. He didn't go after that. Mexican Spec says, no, Buff, the feds have all that too. Yeah, they may, but they're not going to use it. You know, it's like, you go with the local laws. Hey, Kim. Super chat. Little Saber. $10 super chat. Pull her pants up. Cop probably was too proud to realize these were stock lights. Oh, there were lawyers that went in court and fought for these people, and that was their thing, is those are stock lights. They weren't modified by anybody, and it says do. So thank you, Lester. Patrick says to do this. Patrick
Sullivan made a donation earlier.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That everybody make a donation, and that was very nice to do that.
Hey, Lester, good job. These people stream for hours every week for no return. We get paid for it, but I look at it. It's always under $1 unless somebody leaves super chat, because we make.
You guys make it all. all happen.
Yeah, we make like I see it sometimes. It's almost $1, and sometimes it's not that much. It says Kim's feeling good. It's nice to see. Rock on, girl.
Yay!
So,
Why is this not working?
she was having a rough day earlier, and she got some rest, and I guess now she's feeling better.
Well, I could feel better, but I'm feeling good, and you guys are being generous, and we really
Johnny I sold my car like 7,000 kilometers on it. I raced it a bit first, though. This Mexican spec. People still know me here by that car 22 years later. Westless Saver, you entertain and educate us. We educate you. Well, you know, you learn a lot by experience. I guess we're providing some learned experiences.
especially if you like watching people endure pain. We're good at that.
Does YouTube do a direct deposit as a payment? Do they actually deposit almost $1? No, they won't deposit anything under $100, I think. And it just shows up. You attach it to an account. You got to give them your tax information, and it comes from Google AdSense, and they just hey another Tavo.
Don't tempt me with a good time, Pet.
And we got another super chat.
Wow, Tavo, thank you so much.
So
Tavo sends us donations every month. You guys deserve subscriber type perks.
So when you get over $100, they put it in there, and then every year they give you a 1099. So, and that's in the U.S. 1099 in the U.S. is a tax form that says you have to file taxes and pay tax on that money.
Don't ask me what I'm singing because I don't have any idea. Freestyle.
Johnny C says, 05 exhaust really sound great. One of my favorite things about them.
You guys are
That's
great.
respect. Now that you have the Z7, why bother with the Jeep? Well, this is our run around town. I don't know.
You know what? Because his stepmom is, how old is she?
She's 91. It's a 4-door car. It's easy to get people in and out of it.
Right.
You know,
trying to fit her in the back of the Z or even in the front seat.
No, that's not going to happen.
Trying to do this where this is really well appointed for someone.
This is the right height for anybody just to step in and out of it. And it's a nice little family car, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I like having this thing. This is a great little car.
I don't know why this didn't work.
Mexican Spec says, I told my local dealer the car I wanted when it came in, it was paid for cash. Dark red, 5-speed, cloth interior, red, not red, and the 5-spoke wheels. And what kind of car was that? I missed it, Mexican Spec. I missed it. Mexican Spec says, that's a good answer, Buff and Kim. I'm not sure what it's on. The stick had the 5-spoke and auto, the new style aluminum wheels. It's still going.
Why on earth is it doing this to me?
Well, it was working before you took that box apart. 2000 Mustang GT.
I broke it. I broke this thing.
Well, she drove it in, and that's a pushmobile.
Ah. Jeez, man.
You know what I need to do, Kim? You need to take a break for a moment and sit here with chat while I take a break for a moment. You know, another thing.
I think I've broken enough.
You know, another thing that happened, Kim.
I broke.
Was that ground strap? Oh no, you drove it up here without the ground strap.
Yeah, I drove it in here just an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm
just
full of
this
shit.
Afternoon. I don't know what.
I'm full of shit.
No, you're thinking out loud, and that's good.
Yeah, because the ground strap between the engine and the body's right here in my hand. But there must be other ones because it started cranked right up a while ago. You're all gonna have to excuse me for a couple minutes. Kim.
Yes.
I'm going.
Okay, I'm coming over to the chat. I'm gonna watch the chat.
You got jumper cable?
I'm just gonna bypass the regular ground.
Oh, see if the starter's any good.
I don't think it. No, it's not the starter. The starter was fine.
Something's wrong.
No, I've messed something. It's not even clicking. I've messed something in the wiring harness here. Oh, hi, Johnny. Johnny C says, my car is my thumbnail. Yes, love the wheels. Yeah, but the other thing is the Jeep needs to work, and we went through all the trouble to get it. Oh, hello, Dr. Go. Hello, Mrs. Go. Okay, she went off to bed. Well, it's good that you guys stopped in. Will the both of you be at No Name Nationals again this year? Are you able to fit it in to your schedule, to your budget? I know it's hard to be at all the different events that happen in any given year. I was tempted to leave off the spoiler, but it added $50 to delete it. Well, yeah, you leave the spoiler on if it costs extra to remove it. Ah. Oh, the neighbor boys would have to disappear. Oh my. Ah. I like this car. It drives good. And it would be really nice if the air worked as well. Can't believe I killed it. Pulling on all those wires and something. I made something mad. Yep. I made something mad. Dr. Go says we're trying our best to schedule being there. Still working on the budget part. That's understandable. Are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Sort of back. I need to reach over here and get a flavor for my water. I guess I don't need it. I just want it.
Mm-hmm. The Tiphams are notorious for corrosion. Oh yeah, Lester, we've been chasing bad grounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, I wrote in that comment the biggest problem we've had with this Jeep is a bunch of bad grounds, chasing bad grounds.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that. We did a lot of that. I can't believe it won't start now.
Right.
Of all the things, everything was working fine, and now it won't start.
Well, no, not everything was working fine, but things were working.
Well, I mean, it was a drivable car, and it won't start.
Oh.
Up be at No Name Nationals to see friends, and also that Slant 6 class you're putting together. Lesto Saber. What? What's Lesto Saber saying? 09 now? I don't know what that is. Probably some slang that I'm missing. I'm missing it. And he retracted them. It's a new noise over there. Oh, Lester, I've already jumpered the tip to run the fuel pump on our Liberty. Oh, you got a Jeep Liberty. Yeah, Liberty's got little V6 in it, different arrangement.
relays and
This Jeep, is this Jeep a Fiat? This one? This is an '08. I think this was built during.
yeah, no, that wasn't the Liberties. That was the.
This one was built during the after Daimler Chrysler. Who had it after Daimler Chrysler? I'm trying to think of the name of the corporation there for a while. Mrs. One Eye Cat says, I'm still here, headed to bed soon. I'm working on 11-day stretch. I won't have off till August 15th. Oh, man. Oh, it says, you think in this modern computerized age, you could at least pick your colors and options a la carte. They used to do it on paper. I hate to see that name Patriot on a Fiat. Okay, who knows the name of the company that had Chrysler Corporation after Daimler Chrysler?
The Lancet.
No, it was long before that. I can't think of the name of it. I'll know it when I hear it. Somebody get points here. You're right. It should be easy with computers controlling everything. Yeah, when you're going down the road, you ought to take your screen and be able to choose colors and watch the car just change colors.
Oh, this is stupid.
I was doing that kind of stuff. My computer is haunted or something. Says Lester Saber. Cerberus, you got it. That's who it was. It was Cerberus. I think this is a Cerberus car. Yeah, it's before Fiat. Before FCA. Cerberus. Okay, so who got Cerberus? Josh Holman. Lester Saber. Pit Snipe. All got Cerberus. What were the Cerberus years? Kim, how many points did they get for that?
2. Especially if multiple people.
All 3 of them got 2 points.
Yeah.
And Pitt says Josh and Lester got it, but Pitt also got it. He was just like typed it in so they all typed it in at 11:45 p.m. my time.
Mm-hmm.
Pitt says not long. Yeah, it wasn't long. They didn't have it for very long. I suspect when I registered my '63 Savoy in Jalisco, the registration said FCA in 2013. I was offended. That's terrible. They called it an FCA. Oh, man. Barracuda says, question, if the battery in a modern type key fob goes flat, will the key start the car? No, well, probably depends on the car. My Mazda wouldn't. My Mazda would not start when those key fobs got low. And I had a problem with it. And one day my car wouldn't start. And of course, I was in Arizona and I lived far enough away from a store that I couldn't buy a battery. And I blocked my van in, which was my other car. And I was by myself. And I was on really hard, big rock gravel. I had a hell of a time moving that Mazda far enough that I could get my van out. Also, if I had to have a Stellantis crossover, I'd choose the Alfa Romeo flavored one. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably I would hope that I didn't have to have any of those. Very good. It says 2001 Holden Commodore. That's probably a nice car. Man, I like the old Commodores. What were the ones that were really, really foxy looking kind of things? Kind of like the shape of like like an '80s Chevy Caprice, but even more squared off than that. I don't know what years those were. I like those though. Oh, says my transit van has a sealed battery key, which is charged while the ignition and engine's running. Oh, that I never heard of that. That's pretty good. This is one I got later. I gotta go to bed. Okay, take care. Good night.
This sucks. I thought this was gonna be.
Easy.
Man, why is it never?
Leslie Saver says Cerberus 2007, Fiat 2009. Okay, and that makes sense because this is an '08. So this is probably being well. This came out during Daimler Chrysler then, and so it's a design from them, but it was manufacturing during Cerberus time. Okay, let's see. Dean Stevenson, WB Statesman, WB Utility, and one-tonner pickup. WB Statesman. Is the Statesman the one that was kind of boxy looking, big four-door? Kind of cool looking car. I thought that was a Commodore, but maybe I'm wrong. Carlos says, BY Kami should start. I'm very sure it's the chip in the key that says hello to the BCM. Body control module. Very late brain catching up. Pitt says Fiat Patriot. Hello. Oh, yeah. Sorry to see Grandpa was always a Dodge man. 57 swept wing hardtop, 66 Charger. Wow, 66 Charger. 7300, 73 New Yorker, and the last owner was at 87 Fifth Avenue. The 57 was gorgeous. He traded it for the Charger. Very good. It says BX Tavo. Oh, a mouse just came out from under the Jeep and shot across the room.
Mouse.
He's so fast I couldn't see which one it was. Mice are incredibly fast. They, for their size, they really go. So, Dean, I guess what you're saying, that thing I'm talking about is a Statesman. I don't know what year those were made, but I thought they were pretty cool looking. Dean Stevenson says 80 to 85 Holden Kingswood. It's only utility and pickup. Statesman and Caprice. It's also a BBVC BH BK Holden Commodore. Was the Holden Commodore a real boxy, squared off looking thing? Kind of, I say boxy, but I mean, it was a cool looking car, I think. Also, my older cousin Ricky was obsessed with the Roadrunner, so that's part of where my Mopar connection came from. Also, my uncle sold me the Duster for a song to prevent me from buying two and a half 356s. I don't like sitting in those things. They kind of look like they, I don't know. I don't like driving those older Porsches. Oh, that mouse is running around. He tried to go up in the wheel, like, he goes through the hole in the wheel in my car. He went up in this one. Of course, there's no way in. So he went up there and came right back out. He's looking around in that wheel, like, where's my hole? Came back out. Doesn't realize it's a different car. Ooh, what was that noise?
He's dropping stuff.
Bravo. But VX came in after the VT, but before the VOI, which was replaced by the VZ. That's meaningless to me. can't get it into it to change the battery. Up to $170 for a replacement key. It's that kind of stuff. You know who can get that car running? Some criminal would have it running in seconds and drive it away. WB was another incarnation of the 71 HQ platform. Oh my God, this is like I gotta look this stuff up myself because see if I can do this without ruining something. Okay, images. I'm trying to make sense out of this. Dean Stevens says 85, so we'll say 1984, 1, 9. No keyboard on this. You got to do the numbers across the top. Statesman. Yeah. 84 Holden WB. Is that what somebody said up here? WB. Oh, it's scrolled past now. WB. Okay, Tavo says WB was another incarnation of 71 Holden HQ platform. Yeah, the ones I'm looking at here is the WB. Is basically the body I'm talking about. All this has like a big chrome thing around the grill. I don't really remember that. So what are those Holden Statesmans, the WB? What? Who's driven one? What are those like? They just it just looks like a nice big sedan, you know. I kind of like that thing. Of course, I never seen one in person. Dean Stevenson says Pontiac Tempest based car, similar to it. In the USA, Australia, the HZ Kingswood wagon stopped in early 1980. Oh, now I gotta look that up. HZ. You guys got me having to look all this stuff up. 1980. Oh yeah, that looks okay. HZ Kingswood wagon. Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. This one here, HZ Premium wagon. I don't know. That's a nice looking car. I guess it looks smaller though. I don't know. I don't know. That first one I looked up was pretty nice though. The It says, I knew not to mess with my old man when he hit a rat with a screwdriver from across the shop and stuck it in. Rats move a little slower than mice. Man, what do you do? The Mexican Spec says, what do you do with a rat after the screwdriver? In the trash, it will stink in it. Snake, snake like a live meal. Okay. Dean Stevens says, chassis designed by American Pontiac Motor Vision, George Roberts, on secondment to Australia. Really? Oh, WB Statesman and Caprice were the best built by Holden over 10 years to perfect the platform, then went backwards with the newer models. Well, I don't know anything about them. I just saw them and I thought they looked pretty cool. That Caprice the Statesman, I guess. I really liked it. Johnny C, I caught a mouse and put it inside a habit trail cage. That little critter lived for a long time. Just crappy when they get out of control and ruin things. Yep. I've had pet, what do you call them? Gerbils and pet rats. They're kind of interesting little animals, but And when they're wild and they're in here, yeah, they can make a mess out of things. It says, nope, he made me carry the rat to the dumpster and clean the damn screwdriver before I put it back in the box. Body by Phil Zemood and Schmansky. Joe Schmansky. Have you ever seen a BL Walkinshaw Commodore? Now I gotta look that up. You guys got me looking all this stuff up. Way up, dude. Good evening. Great stash, Buffalo. Thank you. So now I'm looking for first push images. I'm looking for VL Commodore. Oh, that's kind of an interesting car. Never seen one before. Oh man. Next inspect says you need a cat for the shop. The cat will take care of the rodent problem. Just make sure the cat is hungry. You know, when we had the cat over there at the house, we didn't have any rodents. The cat didn't care if it was hungry or not. It just naturally would go out there and pounce on, and that's just what cats do, you know. Also says I have a number of rat friends. They're pretty smart. Usually not in a hurry to mess everything up if you communicate. Circle of life. And hungry or not, Miss Kitty here will terrorize rodent interlopers. Yep. Mine didn't care. If it had enough to eat, it didn't care. It'd still go out there and pounce on any rodent walking around. See her out there pouncing on them. It says I did an instructional visit. The contractor in the Bronx putting VFDs on AC units. MCDs in the Bronx. What is that? The rat circled the ladder as we ate lunch on the roof. They ran that joint. Yeah, New York City. Johnny C. I have 7 cats outside. I finally got a trap and a neuter program going. Cats multiply fast. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you do have to look out for that.
Okay, I gotta get a cough drop. My throat is killing me. It says my Miss Kitty went AWOL a couple of months ago. She usually comes back. I'm starting to worry. Yeah, mine disappeared. Mine disappeared in April of last year, and don't know what happened. Went out there in the morning and was gonna feed her, and I always fed her at 7 o'clock. And I went out there a few minutes early, and she ran down the porch. She always goes does her business or something, then come up there at 7 o'clock in the morning and I feed her. She didn't come back. Don't know what happened. She was there. Half an hour later, she wasn't there. Stray Bullet says the last 2 days in a row, my little restaurant dumpster kitties haven't showed up to get fed. Oh man. Mexican Spec says, what kind of cough drops do you use, Buff? I need some. And I'm about ready to start sneezing. I should have got one in. Oh, Mrs. One Eye Cat says good night, all. Good night. I thought you already left, but she's still hanging out here with us. Oh, we have a burn 10 amp fuse.
Yeah. Let's see, what number is that? Figure out what it is.
What size fuse are? I mean, what size are they? Okay, I think there's a tray of those things in that other toolbox over there. You know where all those trays are? You want me to get up and get them? Okay, I got to answer a question first. Okay, Mexican spec. These come from Walmart. They're Walmart's brand. It just says cough drop. Sugar-free cough drop. Kim might remember the name better than I do. I just had it in my pocket. I didn't bring the bag up here.
Brand.
Just the Walmart brand. Comes in a yellow bag. You get a bag of about 120 of them for like $4. Okay, let me go look to see. Fuses. Oh, we got big hoses. I thought I had these in here.
Are they maybe in the automotive electric box? Dumpster kitties regenerate magically? I don't know if that's true. Kim asked what flavor the cough drops are.
Lemon.
Lemon. They are lemon.
Here's a box with this fuses on it. Imagine that. Just very fast. Kind of get it out.
Okay. Yeah, Lester, he was really upset for months and months and months.
I still see that little cat house there every night. I don't come in and I feel like calling my cat. That's fine. Better if you don't open it on the side with the hinges. Open it on the side with the latch.
Thank you.
Could be in that.
It looks right.
And then I got this.
Yeah.
So if they're not in that, they'll probably be in this. And glass fuses and the bigger plastic fuses, and man, there's like every kind of fuses you can imagine in here, which means we won't have the one you need. We'll have everything except the 10 amp one. Hopefully you just touch something and pop the fuse.
There's a 10 amp.
Do you? Okay, because I can start taking over here.
Can you put that box back shut?
I will put that. Oh, the box has got overflow now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have fun getting that in there. Let's see. This is one of these boxes when you open it up, you can never get the stuff back in the box. Whoever packed this box knows the trick. And people that unpack the box don't know the trick. I think I got it. It says bus fuses. What's this? Oh, we were taken to be so. Okay, I've lost what's going on in the chat, so I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make all this fit together. Same thing happened here. I had this all packed in here, and now I got it so it doesn't go back. These. So it doesn't go back. Did something wrong.
If it does, that'd be good, but you know.
It's not closed now. It closes. See that? That's a pretty big box full of fuses. Man. Same thing. It started. Of course, we got commercials going. Yeah, it looks like a little tackle box or something. Yeah, that was it. He replaced the fuse and the car started right up. Buddy Carafano says, Planet Fitness ad.
Well, you get 2 points.
2 points. Kevin Smith says, hi, Buff and Mexican Spec. And Kim, Kim too. He said Kim too. Not Kim too, but Kim as well.
Kim also.
Okay. There's a whole conversation about dogs going on here that I missed the beginning of it, so I don't know what's going on. etn.com.mx ad, a bus company. Hey, Mexican Spec gets 2 points. I'm giving away 10 points over here, but she's over there running the Jeep. It is running. Yeah, it's live. As soon as you replace that fuse, start right up. Oh, what's that? I feel air coming out of something. Is that a fan running? Oh, I know what this is. This is the connection for the air conditioning gauges. Might that's going to drop. Kevin Smith says I go for a CAT scan tomorrow. And we were just talking about cats before you came in, but that's a different kind of cat. CT scan. I've had a few of those. wrong with your cat. You need to have a cat scan. Did the compressor come on? Kim is really thinking about what she's doing. She's not answering me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm seeing a little bit of it in there.
You don't know if the compressor came
It's
on?
really hard to tell, isn't it?
Well, is the fan running?
No. The fan is not running.
Well, I would guess that, yeah, the exhaust hose is hooked up. Kim's in the zone. Yeah, she's thinking about what she's doing. I'm interrupting her. What are the pressures right now?
I've only got the low side hooked up because I don't remember where the high side is, but the low side's down. It's only at like 25, so the low side's very low. And this fan is cold. It's all cold.
Oh, what's going in? Kevin Smith says they suspect I have fractured fusion in L4, L5. Kim, you know what that is?
Fractured your fusion. I'm so sorry. I have an L5S1 fusion with instrumentation. Oh, man. I'm so sorry.
That suspect says that the fan isn't running, the AC system isn't engaged. Or there's another fuse. Or, well, there's no clutch in this compressor. It runs.
There is a clutch, but it's inside.
It's internal. And it's done with valves somehow, so it always spins. And if that locks up, there's a thing that shears so that the belt still runs.
Oh, the fans are running.
Oh, the fans are running.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's because I could feel air. That's why I thought the fans were running. It says how much compression on the hydrant flipinator. Kevin Smith says I've been dealing with this crap for 30 years. And same with Kim. Not it hasn't been 30 years, but dealing with it for a long time. It opens up the compressor valve like a semi-air compressor. Yeah, it's a whole different thing. It's not the clutch like the old ones. It looks like a clutch, but it isn't. There's a thing in there that if that compressor locks up, it shears, and then it becomes an idler pulley, so it doesn't shut the rest of the system down.
Hold this.
Hold that.
Yeah.
I'm a gauge holder.
I gotta crawl underneath this.
D-Man says I have a compressed vertebrae that acts up. I also have a compressed vertebrae, but it hasn't bothered me in years. What you doing under that car, Kim? Oh, you're pulling the cord. Okay, I'm giving you slack. This is the grease spec, but those compressor control systems got a lot of miles too. What are you doing? Hooking up the high side?
Trying to, yeah.
High side's underneath the car.
It's in a terrible place over there.
Yeah, I have a compressed vertebrae from when I was a kid. I was about 9 years old. My brother and I were screwing around, jumping for there's a whole row of picnic tables in a park. We were jumping from one to another, and then there was a long distance. And man, I thought I could make it, and I jumped, and I didn't even come close. And I landed on the ground on my heel, compressed the vertebrae. That gave me, it was painful for many years. But I guess I outgrew it. I was lucky.
There's too much pressure on it.
It won't attach. Yeah, you're gonna have to shut it off.
Not really blowing cold. Not really blowing cold.
Okay, let's just say right. Oh no, wait a minute. That's not what I want to read. Tavo, I have gauges.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Gauges, but I go the old school method on the Valiant when bubbles stop in the dryer sight glass stop filling. Yeah, but this is nothing like that here. Let's just say where I blew out 2 lumbar discs at 30, 41 years ago. Pain can be terrible. I feel for you, Kevin. Lester LeSabre at 30. That's 41 years ago. You're 71. You're same age I am. I thought you were a youngster. I thought you were like 40 years old.
Back up. I just didn't want to get my fingers stuck in something.
Okay, so you got it hooked up now?
Yeah.
Now my legs hurt. Thanks, this Mexican spec. Kevin says pain isn't temporary. That's what Kim's got that. Oh, yeah. The pressure's running because it just pulls the low side way down.
Hey, guys, it's working.
Okay, I got to not look at the chat for a minute while I'm looking at this. Oh, and that's cold. Okay. Yeah, I mean, do you have a place you can hang it at? Or maybe, oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, then I can see it. You can see it. Okay.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Very good setup. I had an ingrown toenail on it, though, man. You don't know how bad that is. I had an ingrown toenail, and what it was is a fragment was growing out like this, and I was probably about 13 years old, maybe, and it got infected. And the doctor cut the fragment out, and the infection started going away. But then it did it again, and it got worse, and the infection got worse. So he sent me to a specialist, and the specialist said, we got to remove the whole toenail. That guy was dumbass. It took him like 3 hours to remove that toenail, my big toe, and I was laying there on my back, and I kept passing out. They were giving me smelling salts to try to keep me awake. My father was sitting there, and blood shot out of my toe and hit me in the face a couple of times. It is horrible. Well, you know what? I was, like I said, maybe 13, maybe 14. I still have problems with that. It never ingrowed again, but it just turned into this nasty nail that falls off. I wish I'd never gone to see that guy. Oh, it says in return, I was also rough on Catholic school. This Pitt said he went to Catholic school was rough on him. Yeah. Okay, let's just not let it get too high. I guess it's not too high. You got. Okay, I got to get away from here for a minute. You gotta excuse me because I gotta help Kim here for a minute. What's going on in the car? Be careful.
Even though you should. Oh, where else would you rather be than here watching us charge our air?
I can't hear what you're saying.
I'm talking to chat.
Okay.
Rev the engine a little. I can't hear you. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm coming out. Oh, yeah. Rev the engine a little. Feeling any cold? Yeah, but it's weird. One that's hot, so warm, and the other one's cold. But I think so. That's the thing that shears off. I don't know what happened. It's not supposed to fall off though. Man, can't catch a break around here.
We just locked up the new compressor.
I don't know what this means.
Well, what happened before I shut it off? What did gauges do? Which now they doesn't matter now.
They didn't change. Like it didn't like change. This just came rolling out of there like it was going for a Sunday stroll.
Maybe it was under there already.
No, this is brand new. I don't know. Let me think for a minute.
Well, can we start it up and see what's going on with the gauge? It pulls it back down again.
No, I need to make sure this isn't going to
Okay.
fail
I'm coming.
in some catastrophic manner. I don't know why this fell off, and I don't. If it's not going to, I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Well, I don't know what happened. It's not my fault. Maybe it is my fault.
It's just never a dull moment with working on gold cars.
Yeah, it's the way she is.
Oh yeah, that is a new piece. That isn't something left on.
No, that's the piece off the front of that clutch. I don't know why it fell off. It doesn't make any sense. It's just like threaded on there. I don't know why it fell off. Was it on back in the first place? I don't know. I gotta go under there. Go ahead.
I'm trying to come through.
Talk to the chat. I'm gonna see
Oh, we got a new problem.
new problem. Hey, instead of the same old problem, we got a new problem. A dull moment.
Could I've been known to trim that nail with an angle grinder. Hey, Raw Dog's here. Hey, how you doing? I was not paying attention to the chat, so I'm lost about who's here or anything. So I guess Raw Dog's been here. He says he posted a bunch more things, but you guys may not be into some of the content I create. Like I am Mexican spec. Yeah, you know the stuff I like that you put up were all those races that you went to. Those I don't know what you call those races. There's the trucks going over hills and dirt and dust flying, and they're fast. That was pretty interesting stuff. What is this one, Kevin? Okay, I'm lost in the chat.
But it might just be something equalized.
Equalizing. Get the you want me to get the
Oh, okay. It's the thing that you test with.
thing you test with?
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean.
No.
The gauge. It was the gauge receptacle that was.
Oh, it is hissing.
Okay.
Do you want me to get the sniffer? I think you got a bad compressor.
No, it just wasn't on there tight like it's supposed to be. Here, you watch the gauges. I'm gonna start it up again.
Okay, here.
Open the radio.
So we can communicate.
2. Open the radio. 2.
Okay, I'm not going to be paying attention to the chat real close. I'm going to be looking at this stuff. Rest is running, low side's coming down, high side's going up. I can't read with my glasses on. I don't know where you are. My side's about 210. Both sides about, 37. Okay, the two center registers. Notice the difference between the right and the left center register. That's the, okay, 35 on the low side and about 215 on the high side. No, I want you to come around here. Leave it running. Well, now that you let the idle down, it came down about 200, and it's up to almost 40. I think we're probably not pulling a lot of air with the fan. I think it needs to go down the road. I think you ought to shut off. You've got stuff bleeding in there right now? No. Well, I think we ought to shut it down, let it equalize, put the caps on it. You don't want to put any more pressure in it? Yeah, this is pulling down a little hard. When you step on the gas, it's hard to modulate that. It comes down, but it's not steady. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we ought to drive it and see what's going on. Make a decision then. What is this raw dog? You put vodka in a jar, and then I put the caramellos in it, and now letting it just sit. I'm going to mix it up later. That seems like something weird.
I mean, I think the good news is that the compressor kicks on. It makes a differential in the system.
Oh yeah, it's working. It's just I think we're not pulling a lot of air through the condenser with that electric fan. And I think we need to go out and drive it and see what happens. Oh. Okay, Raw Dog, I think you're starting to head down the road I don't want to go down. Oh. Actually, we have air conditioning working in this. It's just, I think we need to move it, have it going down the road to really figure out what's going on. Because I don't think that electric fan pulls a lot of air through there. I don't know where Kim went. She went around that side. I can't see her.
I'm over here. What's up?
Oh, what'd you do? Pull the inner fender out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know you had the inner fender pulled out
Yeah, I had to pull the inner fender because
to get it to access something.
well, I was trying to figure out what went wrong with the blown when it blew the fuse. And the inner fender, there's all the wires are back in.
Okay, then that plate that came off the front of the compressor. Did you tighten
Screwed
that?
it back on.
Did you tighten it somehow, or is it?
I tightened it real good, yeah.
What'd you use to tighten it?
My hand is, you saw, it's like 6 inches in diameter. It's pretty good.
Your hand's 6 inches in diameter. Okay.
But yeah, it's like 6 inches diameter, so I tightened it by hand real good and tight, and it had the belt to hold it, so I could really yank on it.
Oh, it says, I wonder what the problem was then. Just not enough charge in the system.
No, it was a bad ground.
There was a bad ground, and there was a relay that was messed up. This relay, you can see there's a little green spot there. That used to be one of these, one of this like this, and that green spot is just it was just when she pulled it out, it just what was left of it just crumbled. It says if you see a ground, clean a ground. Oh man, this thing we cleaned.
Oh, speaking of which,
We fixed so many grounds on
you
this
got to
thing.
install that ground strap.
Yeah, the ground strap's sitting here. Yep.
Yep. Did you show them?
Well, I don't know where the old one is.
Well, I don't need.
It's a new ground strap. We got to put that on. It was between the engine and the firewall. It was a braided ground strap that was just no longer attached. It was all green crusties and falling apart. Been that way for a long time, pretty obviously. I don't know why the engine could start, but it's
all the
started
major
just
grounds
fine.
have been replaced or have been worked on now. That other one that we had to fix for the side marker light, I took it back apart and cut it open and redid it because it was a
Yeah, there was a group of wires coming together into a connector, and she took that all apart and resoldered it and put it all back together because it was just crimped and it was filthy, dirty, not working right.
Not good, dude.
Johnny C says, thanks for great company this evening. Good night. Good night, Johnny C. Take care.
Thank you, Johnny C. We appreciate you. I'm sorry we've been better company on other nights, but sometimes you just got to get things done, and that's part of shop streams is we try and be good company, but we got to get work done too.
That's the bottom one, right? The big one's the bottom one? Okay, I want to make sure I handed you the right one. And Kim's got to be getting tired because she rested a little bit during the day, but not much. But we've been up. This is
the second car we've been on today.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that leaked out that was just leaking out of the gauge. Okay.
I hope so.
Kevin Smith, I only have one kid that I know of. I've got two. One's a stepson, the other's my son.
I got 2, or maybe 3, or maybe 4.
Oh, jeez.
Probably just 2.
Okay, so yeah, I think we ought to just wrap it up for tonight. Oh, ground strap. The ground strap. Here. Let me start undoing this. But I know you're getting tired.
Oh, it's hot back there. Let's do it.
Oh, you want to do it another day?
I just burned my hand. I don't want to do it. I don't want to burn my hand.
This is a braided ground strap. Well, Patrick Sullivan says, pretty sure the braided ground wire straps are there to keep RFI radio interference lowered, according to the old timers in my hood. Well, you know what? Talking about the hood, actually the hood. There is a ground strap going to the hood from the rest of the body, and then this ground strap went from the body to the engine. which to me was, I don't know why the starter worked so well. There must be another ground somewhere.
There's a ground that goes from the battery to the engine block.
Oh, from the battery to the engine block.
Yeah.
Oh, well then, oh, okay, well then the body isn't grounded well. The engine block's grounded well. Anyway, a brand new one that isn't green and crusty and falling apart.
The good news is the Z sled has working air. It works really good.
The Z sled, we drove it around. It was 91 degrees outside. I didn't know that at the time. I had to look it up when I got home. It was 91 degrees outside, and it was probably 70, 75 in the car. And in fact, it was getting cold up. Kim was on her side. She was passenger side up front. She was getting cold. And we drove it around a little bit. And it drove fine. That big old York compressor does load a 6-cylinder up, but, I really couldn't feel it. It was, I'm sure if we drag raced it with it on and
the
off.
highway, you might notice that it's a little sluggish.
But pulling a hill over here, it didn't make any difference. But like I'm saying, if we did a couple of drag race runs with it, with a compressor on and off, yeah, we'd probably see a difference. I would expect.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's driving around. It's not noticeable. It's just not noticeable. Kim, you know what else happened?
Yeah.
We were running this all this time, and we didn't get all gassed in here with the exhaust.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was going out.
This is way better than the other vehicle.
Raw Dog says someone should make a bath tube, he probably means tub, on wheels. You know what? Where was it? I used to live somewhere. I think it was in San Luis Obispo, California, and they had bathtub races every year, and it was mostly kids from college, not all college kids, and they used to race them down hills because they'd bring them into us and we'd do the wheel alignments on them, and they were just downhill racers, and those things go like crazy because they're heavy, and they're old steel bathtubs, and yeah, that's a real thing.
Like the clawfoot tubs. That'd be dangerous.
Like the what?
Clawfoot tubs.
Oh, these were that's what these were clawfoot tubs with claws off of them. And they had regular suspension, like radius rods and a front axle, like from a Model A. And then a rear axle that's just this axle. So you could steer it, had a steering wheel in it, and you'd sit in the tub and go like hell. They'd probably go like 50, 60 miles an hour downhill, sitting in a bathtub, racing each other. That was a thing once a year with all the college kids. Yeah, they probably stopped them now.
Somebody probably got killed.
Too dangerous.
Somebody in a car probably got killed.
Didn't Ed Roth do a bathtub car? He could have. Oh, yeah, and then Kevin Smith says, yep. Barry Cuda. Ed Roth did lots of things, like Darcy Clay. Jeez. Ed Roth was, he was a character. There's ongoing incidents. My fried vegetable diet was maybe a bad idea. Kevin just says a whole bathroom on wheels. What about just the toilet? Turn the Triumph into a hot tub on wheels, stuff.
The problem with that. Water's 8 pounds a gallon.
Yeah,
do the math. It's not a good point.
You know what a Divco is? Anybody know what a Divco truck is? It's like they were all milk trucks, I think. They're like a step van. When I was driving tow trucks, this is in the probably 1975 or something. There was it was before that, because I know what I was doing before I went in the Air Force. So it was 71 or 2. Drive a tow truck. North San Luis Obispo, there's a grade. It's 7% grade, and it goes for a couple miles. There's a Divco milk truck, old milk truck, had some hippies in it. They had a waterbed in the back of it, and they couldn't pull the hill. And they wanted us to go up there and hook onto it with a tow truck and pull them up over the hill. Not Iveco, Divco, Divco. Look up Div. Yeah, I can't pull up stuff here because I'm in the shop. Yeah, search. Just go to Google Images.
It's just an old bread thing.
Put Divco milk truck. You'll see. The front end had kind of a funny looking little hood. So, but they wanted us to go up there and help them get over the hill, and my boss goes, "No, we're not having those idiots go over the hill. What about when they go down the other side and they don't have enough brakes to stop?" Stray Bullet says, "I've seen a step van with a hot tub in the back. And then when you're accelerating, it goes, the water sloshes, it goes, oh, because the water's going like this."
People don't realize.
Like on the NBA. Man, how do I pull up a Divco? I don't even know how to do that here.
What's that?
I know how to do it, but I don't know how to make it so they can see it.
You.
They have to look it up themselves. Divco. D-I-V-C-O.
I could do it if you want.
Okay, let me get out of the way. Oh, I'm going for a ride.
WNBA. WNBA.
What is the heat gun for?
The shrink.
Oh.
What is it? D-E-V-C-O.
D-I-V-C-O. Milk truck. Because there is a bigger Divco, too.
D-I-V.
C-O. Milk truck. That's it. They made those things for like 30 years.
Now we go to the thing that says Google window, and we go window capture, and we go Divco truck.
Kim actually has a method to do this.
There it is. See, they're seeing
it. Can they see that?
Yeah, they could see that now.
That's a Divco milk truck. So anyway, these hippies had one of those, had a water bed in the back, and they couldn't pull the hill. And the early ones had some kind of flathead 6 in it, and the later ones had, I think they had 240.
Look, there's a hot rod one doing a wheelie.
240 cubic inch Fords in them. But when I was a kid, that's what all the milk trucks, they deliver milk to your house. You didn't go to the store to buy it. They brought it to you. And it was a milk van, come in like 2 mornings a week, or 3 mornings a week. Every other day, you come in and drop off milk. You just open up the door and set the milk on the floor, and my mother would say thank you, and he'd leave, and once a month we paid him, That's how it used to be. Kevin Smith says, Divco milk truck. You remember those, Kevin? Yeah. Put lighter fluid in it. It's nice. I'm watching from the throne. Oh, geez. Okay, Kim.
Yeah.
We've been going for not quite 3 hours.
Oh.
And I think you are tired. I can tell when you start running out of gas. I think we need a milk, cottage cheese, and ice cream. Yep, that's what they had. That was about it. You could also get things like buttermilk and Lesto Saber says he remembers it. I'm dying here. I need my cough drops. We're gonna have to go home here pretty soon.
Oh.
Or do you want to stay here and do this? I'll stay for a little while if you want to, but I think you're running out of gas, and I think I'm not feeling real good.
There's still a couple people here.
Yeah, there's 22 people here right now.
They're having.
Well, it was sitting there about 30 most of the evening, so.
Oh, so some people
faded
off.
It's gotten late,
Oh, it did get late.
The East Coast people. I don't know, Buddy Carpano's still here? Buddy Carpano's up there in East Coast, man. He's an hour later than us.
Thanks to everybody who's been hanging out with us. We haven't even been very attentive to this chat tonight.
Mexican Spec's already saying adios. He wants out of here.
Good night, Mexican Spec. Thanks for being here. Guys, make sure you're checking out Mexican Spec on Instagram. Mexican Spec, what was Mexican Spec's newest car?
He put up I don't know, they come in at funny times. There was a white 72 Charger, I think, with a 318 that I saw pop in tonight. Ooh, Buddy Carpano is there. You're there, and it's 1:54 in the morning. Wow. And thank you for all the super chats and thank our moderators for being there, and thank everybody else for being there.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. And we
Rada
got
says the cheese curds.
the super
That's
chat
something.
kick butt.
That's something you get in Wisconsin. Cheese curds. They're good.
Yeah, guys, check out Mexican Specs. He's been putting out lots of stuff. Cool cars.
What I noticed about that white Charger was that a pretty cool steering wheel. What else was really good about that car? Well, it's a non-smog 318. It's a Mexican 318, which means it's a more of a more powerful engine. Mexican Spec says, "What's a cheese curd?"
It's a special
These little
dairy type belly ache maker.
These little balls of cheese, and you eat them, and they're just good. I don't know what to tell anybody. If you go to Wisconsin, somebody will be giving you cheese curds.
Oh yeah. The covered headlights actually worked. There you go.
Daniel Morrissey, hi from Petaluma, California. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Daniel.
Man, we got two people in Petaluma. That's where Inspector Bruce is from, I think. Petaluma, yeah. But I haven't seen Inspector Bruce here tonight. But hey, yeah, welcome, Daniel. You caught us just on time because we're about ready to wrap it up. We've been here almost 3 hours. We've been working on cars. We've been going since early this morning, and we are getting tired. No, it's not curdled cheese.
We had, you know what? We're gonna have to make a short for you for tomorrow. So we have a little bit of chores that, like stuff to do here before we can be finished, and we can't do it while we're on stream. But we had such good luck with.
I have shorts to
You're
put
good?
up, but
Okay.
I'm late, so I may schedule it for the morning.
We had great luck with his car today. His air conditioning is working finally, and then we have this mostly reassembled, and the air conditioner is working. It's okay, but it's not as good as it probably should be.
So Daniel Morrissey and Inspector Bruce, that's in here a lot, he's just not here tonight. They're from the same place out there in California, Petaluma. Nice place. I used to live at Travis Air Force Base. I was at Travis Air Force Base for 10 years, so I know that area of the world.
Kevin's going to burn it down. He's going to put
bullets.
lighter fluid on everything.
Straight bullets.
Oh, no, lighter fluid. It makes it less heavy because it's lighter.
It weighs less.
Lighter fluid. I
Bruce,
thought you were going to set it on fire.
Oh, Daniel Morris, this is really cool. Bruce, your military buddy. I cut his hair. Well, so you know Bruce. Yeah. Bruce and I hung around together when we were in school in the Air Force. In 1973, we were a couple of young guys, and we hung out together, and we really had a good time. Then I don't see him for like all these years. Now he hangs out in here. It's like, here we are, whatever it is, 52 years later. All right, Pitt.
It's a bit funny but inappropriate.
Yeah, I see it. It's like I'm not gonna moderate him, but it's like I'm not gonna repeat it either. Jeez. Well, man. Daniel, it's really cool you're here. Are you a car guy? Man, I wish you were staying around longer.
Daniel, you should definitely stop in on. We're here on Saturday night in the shop again, but what you might really like is Tuesday nights we're in our studio, and you can send us emails, and we'll be less focused on working on things, and more focused on like the visual aspects and the communication with the stream. Okay, so much more fun.
Thursday nights and Saturday nights. Saturday nights we do kind of a late show. We come on about 10 o'clock in the evening, our time, which would be 8 o'clock out there in California. And on Tuesday nights, we come on at 7 here, so it's 5 o'clock in the evening out there. But Tuesday nights, we're not in the shop, we're in our studio. And we have the ability to take all these pictures we get from all the viewers, and we show them on a green screen behind us, so it looks like we're kind of shrunk down to the side, and we're showing everybody's pictures. And I think it's pretty cool. So if you have pictures of your own car or whatever you want to talk about, Bruce says we're awesome. Well, thanks, Bruce. So, yeah, and he might come out here and visit us. That'd be really cool, because I haven't seen Bruce in a long time, man. Oh, you're into restaurants. Well, that's cool stuff. So
We'd love to see. Collect us some pictures, and you can email them to his email, and tell us about them on stream. That's fun to do.
we are. Can you type it in? Just put a link.
I can put the link in. Yeah, you can send it anytime.
Yeah, and
but we usually try and do it when people are on.
They'll collect in my email box, and then I'll just show them, or you can send pictures in. When right when we're doing the live on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. On Tuesday nights we're in the house and we have an elaborate setup with multiple computers and multiple screens, and it's a lot easier for us. In the shop we just have this, a keyboard and a screen.
I lost 100 pounds and I still haven't got this. I lost that 100 pounds in 2007.
I think you found a couple of those pounds in the last couple of weeks. You have been eating very well.
I've been eating better. I'm looking at this and I was going to say my cheese is under control. No, my sugar's under control and I feel pretty good about it.
His cheese is just...
That's part of the problem. I've been eating some cheese.
I've been feeding him good, guys. I'm taking care of it.
Roddock says, usually just cheddar cheese. You cut into little chunk and then you batter it. I've never had it battered. I just have, they give me little, it's closest I can say it's like, ones I've had, it's kind of like, it's just a white cheese. It's just good. I don't know, friends from Wisconsin. There's a big air show up there every year, so I meet people that I knew from Wisconsin. And a lot of times people bring me a bag of cheese curds, and that was something to eat while during the air show.
Cheese curds don't have to be breaded, but they can be breaded.
See, I didn't know that.
And they can be fried, and there can be all kinds of, it's cheese. You can do all the things with it.
Kevin Smith says, I was 12 in 1973. Well, I was 19. Well, I was 18, and I turned 19 in 1973. So, yeah.
And then every week on Tuesday night, we have a topic. Not because you have to be on topic, but because, it just kind of gives us a guide. And so if you're not sending in pictures of, like, your own project or your own stuff, Tuesday night's topic is car mods.
No, it's accessories.
Accessories.
The old accessories people used to put on their cars.
Any kind of accessories. Something that you like, something that you hate, whatever. Find us a picture. It doesn't have to be your stuff. It could be anything. Try not to send us anything that says, like Shutter Shack in big letters on it, because we don't want to steal.
Oh, Lester Saber says Culver's has cheese curds fried. There's a Culver's up here in town.
There you go. We could go to Culver's.
Oh,
that's what now that all the cars are fixed, we're gonna have to start streaming on location. Like Uncle Tony, that's how Tony got his start, was streaming from the
stream on location for what?
Since all the cars are fixed, we gotta go places.
Oh, we gotta go places in the cars, yeah.
Yeah, but stream it.
Very good. It says I was 11. I'm at 9. Yep. Okay, Kim. It's 3 hours. Let's wrap it up. I want to say goodnight to everybody. Take care. Thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm supposed to keep talking.
You always talk through the shutdown. I know.
Oh,